We'll be waiting for a few seconds just for the actual thing to catch up. Now, they should be starting at exactly the same time, so there's a little bit of desynchronization due to the restreaming. That is completely normal. And it looks like we have no audio at all from wingidge.
Alright. Yep, Septros is working on that, guys. And
Sounds like it got fixed. Very good. Alright. Now,
Let's
what will our
see what
starters be? Hopefully something good's in there. That's not good.
Nope.
Kuna? A bear?
Okay. Bear's a choice.
I think bear is the snap keep. It's not a snow bear ROM, but there is a bear. So it's a good ROM. Now, I hope the bear is good. Well, we'll see what it's got once we get into a battle, or if someone checks their menu.
Maybe if it was shiny.
It was holding black glasses.
Okay. Does it have a dark move to take advantage of it?
No, but it's got swag. Ooh, wingidge with the first talent counter.
And Herc right behind me.
They both find Kingler.
Huh. We each finding the slightly arguably
Flamethrower
better.
Thunderbolt.
We have a mage bear.
It does not have an ice move to be a snow bear, unfortunately. Actually, no, fortunately.
But it does have bolt thrower.
It does have bolt thrower. And wingidge with slightly better encounter luck only got that first Kingler on his way into Cherry Grove. Herc unfortunately got a second.
Okay, so Geo, if you're one of these runners, do you make Mage Bear work? Because I know Mage Bear is a little tricky to pull off effectively.
With a moveset as strong as that, I would like force it to work for at least the early game. But I wouldn't say no to something better if I saw it, because the 75 special attack is not great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Vice, they both did end up with female bears, so they're not going to be able to take advantage out of that attack stat.
Well, they'll be able to take advantage of it if they get moves, it's just not ideal. And they both find Electabuzz at the same time.
What's with all these weaves in tiger costume?
I would like to know myself.
That's a boner if he does.
And they both killed it with crits. Are we sure this isn't just the same stream on both sides?
You know, every once in a while.
Herc taking some extra steps in the grass to get another encounter.
Clearly
does not want to ruin the Mage Bear.
Yeah, a Meganium and a Grassful. Or a Poly.
Meganium and a Polytoad. wingidge considering the Meganium. Burned it with Flamethrower though. Oh no, he's just taking it for experience.
Can't say as I blame him. If he's thinking about maining this bear, it's good to get an extra level or two before doing Reiki.
Mm-hmm. Get a focus band, and their first key item will be the pass.
Okay, you love to see it. Oh. I love that we both went to the opposite menu first.
Alright, so with the pass being their first time, that does open up Kanto to them once they hit Goldenrod. Which means they can, by the time they're in Goldenrod, they'll definitely have the bike so they can main switch to something that's very high level on Route 17, Cycling Road, if they so choose. They would also be able to check the Route 12, normally a Super Rod key item. wingidge taking some extra time still to fight the Meganiums, and it turns out they have Sketch. Okay. That Meganium sketched Flamethrower off him, which is interesting.
That's, you know, believe it or not, a pretty solid poke. Like, it doesn't output a lot of damage, but it's not called a bulky grass type for nothing.
Yeah, it is bulky, but it's not what I would want to run personally.
God, no, but it would get you through early game.
For sure.
Hey, it's one of your mains on Herc's side.
Oh my goodness, that's a Mega Horn Flareon. Mega Horn Jump Kick Flareon, where's that thing?
I was gonna say, are you dexing it?
I'm curious enough to consider it.
Oh yeah, it's
Jump
angry.
Kick Mega Horn. Herc finding the Dark Prince, also on Route 30, and wingidge with the first level of move, it is Seismic Toss.
Well, that'll help with certain poke.
What is that here as well? I know it's not. Alright, so the Flareon is available early, it's just a question of if it'll still have the... because it will be higher level.
You looked up where it was?
Yeah. It's available, but not in the best spots for early game. It apparently also had Cross Chop at level 1, so...
Jeez. Talk about an angry Flareon.
The earliest they would be able to find it, it would have forgotten Cross Chop in favor of Lick. But this thing learns a lot of fighting moves for some reason.
And Snowbear's booing us for having the log.
Hey, look, it's the bear.
We got
It's a
robbed!
boy. He might.
I mean, I'd consider it.
Yeah, he's doing it. The guaranteed better attack TV. And wingidge going for the Brobat.
Probably guessing he's gonna be using Gem Friend.
And an experience sack. I wonder.
You'll
I
love
think
to
he'll.
see it.
He's not using the mail bear for it. Yeah,
And-
Brobat.
Yep, Wing going for the meme of Brobat.
Herc getting some XP on his brand new shiny bear.
Ooh, almost taking an unfortunate death there because of that Blissey.
Yeah, imagine being killed by a Blissey.
Okay, Wing putting the Brobat in front. I have questions.
He wants to main it.
Okay.
The Crobat is not better than the Burst Ring.
No, not in any way, shape, or form that I could see. Unless he wants it purely for the speed.
Wingedge forgot this was a key out of Rando. Almost tried to fight the 9 with his level 5 Brobat.
I mean, it can work. Maybe the Brobat's a bomb and we didn't see it?
I would not sell that max elixir, but it is worth a lot of money.
Wingidge, why?
Yeah,
You
it's
had
a
other
questionable
options.
decision.
Also, Draco popping into the chat. How you doing, Draco?
Alright, so Wing is the first one to make it into the tower, but that's because Herc got held up being frozen trying to kill a Blissey. Which definitely gave him a couple levels to jumpstart this male bear towards glory.
Getting some little stream hiccups on Wing's side. I thought we were in the seizure procedure for a second.
Equipping the focus band, interesting choice. If I
Well, it is
remember
a
right, if I remember right, that only really works if you're at full health.
I think you're correct.
Only focus sash works at just full health, so it just has the 20% chance to save you at any hit point amount.
Yeah, Snowbear, I have to agree with you. This Brobat, not a bro.
Definitely not a bro. Earthring can Thunderbolt that Politoed, and like that, Herc has already caught back up.
Yep.
He has the female bear up front.
Well, you know, when
They
you
can
have
be
two of the
confusing
same poke, it's hard
Hey, a Blissey!
to... So the experience is gonna be really good on Herc's side, because he's now seen two of them.
Well, 1.5 for this male bear.
Fair enough. That was holding the focus sash? Or focus band?
Yeah. Yeah, wingidge gave it the focus band. Now, Herc did not pick up an escape rope before climbing the tower, so it looks like he'll be taking that walk of shame back out, unless there is a vanilla escape rope.
Now, we don't know what one item is because Wing opted to skip it.
Yeah.
And there's a Dio.
Rekka can be very spooky early, especially with high jump kick. Oh my goodness.
I'm dexing that. I'm sorry, like, if it's somewhere close, I'm going to get it.
It's spooky for their bears because they're bears.
And Herc finding a dire hit.
Not the best item by any means.
Yeah, that Ursaring did take that kick pretty well, Eagle.
Yeah, bear is bulky, but it was still a kick. It helps that the bear was much higher level than the Raikou.
Alright, here comes the very first wall of the game, friends.
I don't think it'll be a wall bear, though. This bear is pretty strong, even if it is a mage.
There's only a couple things that really scare it.
The Raikou crashed. Oh, but it hit this time. Did almost... What was that, 14 damage?
Yeah, it did right about half.
Just under half damage to Herc's Ursaring, but he tanked it and barraged it with eggs.
Go, barrage.
Elderly leading a Paris. Definitely not something the bear will be scared of.
Nope. Can't think of any world where a Paris is scary. Kangas.
Roasted mushrooms for dinner.
Can we get roasted mushroom soup instead?
Umbreon is Elder's lead, or Elder's main. The bear is here too! This bear is everywhere!
See, Umbreon's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's also not going to take a lot.
Well, Herc doesn't... It doesn't look like Herc has healing items going into Elder, because he had to use them up when he was fighting the Chansey in the wild, or the Blessing in the wild. Wingidge receives the red scale.
Well, you hate to see a useless tower, but you can't argue getting the few levels out of it.
Yeah, the levels that they received are definitely going to be helpful to them.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
Ooh, the bear goes down. Herc's going to have to take a reset, unfortunately.
Oof. And yeah, Draco, you're not wrong. It's definitely better than walking into the 9 under level. But when this is the 9, you're not too worried about it.
Alright. Herc takes down the Ursaring this time.
Yeah, Vice, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. It's just...
Looks like we got a stream hiccup going on.
Yep. We'll get that fixed for you guys in just a second. And we're back.
Has resumed. Just waiting on Herc to resume. There we go. Ooh, it seems like his male bear must have died to the Umbreon.
Looks like it. Sorry about that stream hiccup, everybody.
And on top of that, Herc needs to walk out instead of escape rope.
And he's probably going to take the time to go.
Despite having the objectively worse bear, wingidge does have the edge at this time. And that is the red scale for Herc.
A Cooper? Wow, this is a Chirp Blizzard.
Very unfortunate that neither of our runners will be able to drown this mad cargo.
Shoutouts to our boy Geos and his undying hatred of cargo.
Primarily Slugma. And Bear wants to learn Bind on level up. Definitely not something that either of our runners will want to teach.
Not unless you really want a meme. That's a soul bad.
It sure is. And what's TM31? Growth. Well,
Yeah.
that can help the Mage Bear.
Yeah, definitely. I guess maybe teach over Seismic Toss?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I mean, it is special sword stance, so it's gonna save you on X item.
It's not special swords, it's a special sharpen.
Oh. Ugh, never mind.
Yeah. Herc gonna sell some items. All the useless stuff that he picked up early.
Having that max elixir is definitely gonna benefit in the long run. Save him on a heal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, picking up the calcium in the tower was definitely a help for his money situation.
Oh yeah.
But Wingidge is going to be our first runner to make it to Route 32. We'll see what that next key item, which is in the Route 32 Pokemon Center, will be. Now, for anyone who may or may not be new to these key item randomizers, our runners are looking for 6 specific key items in order to just complete the game. They need 3 HMs, 1, 3, and 4 for Cut, Surf, and Strength. They need the card key, they need the machine part, and they need the secret potion. They don't have any of those yet, but they do have half of their full region access, which is also very important. The pass lets them access Kanto from Goldenrod to Saffron very easily, and that's the secret potion for Wingidge. So that is our first Go Mode item that has been picked up on Route 32.
And Garf, I do not disagree with that statement. If the Union TM is bad, growth is slightly more viable.
Yeah. Although with their current coverage with Fire, Electric, Normal, and technically neutral with Seismic, I would actually probably teach over Barrage if I was going to teach over one of those moves to be able to buff Flamethrower and Thunderbolt, just because if they keep Barrage, they would just be walled by Rock and Ground types.
Very true.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier.
In regards to
The key items.
Ah.
Which is fine, I actually prefer to not know the key items.
Yeah, I like to be surprised.
Sorry if anyone is hearing Zed and I sort of talking to ourselves. That's just because we've got Septros in our ear.
The voice in our head is telling.
He gave us both of his logs that he had at the time, but it turns out the key item log was incorrect. So that's actually a benefit to me. I prefer to not know what the key items are, because then I don't know the path that they have to take. Alright. Wingidge is now in Azalea. His lead against Herc has been significant with Herc not having an escape route for Sprout Tower and Herc not getting frozen by that Blissey. Those are both very unfortunate things for Herc to have to deal with.
Not to mention Herc's reset on Elderly.
Yeah. Herc not having healing items for Elderly because he did not shop. But no matter what, after this Azalea Town segment, the bear will absolutely get better, because they will get access to at minimum headbutt.
And teaching that over Barrage is definitely going to be a benefit.
Absolutely. Just the same type attack boost for their bear will be hugely helpful. Turning a 70 power move with a 30% flinch to a 105 power move.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good question. We have a question in chat, Geos. Is there a meta for Crystal, or is the meta more based on what kind of randomization you're running?
Yeah, there are some Pokemon that are considered just generally better than others.
I.e. Mewtwo.
Like there will be Pokemon that you would rather run over others, just based on their stats and what moves they may or may not have. In these randomizers, any Pokemon can know just about any move. So it all comes down to what moves the Pokemon that they run into come with, as well as how good the Pokemon they run into are.
Wondering why Wingidge opting to kill that Steelix there, but I guess he wanted to force the extra level. See Herc picking up his Union TM, which I don't think anybody's checked yet.
I don't think so either. He also has the option to not repel for the back half of Union, and he gets an encounter for it.
I think he's low on repel, so I can't fault him for trying to hold on to a couple.
I think he has 6 left right now, which is about how many I would have after buying an Azalea, typically.
Okay.
Yeah,
Herc's having some really rough encounter luck today.
I have a feeling he's probably regretting not repelling for the less than 50 steps he has to take.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be a technical waste of a repel to only need it for, like, half of its use, but just to avoid 4 encounters is definitely of help.
Oh, yeah.
The 14 has Super Fang. That's a little spooky. It would be spookier if it weren't just a main key, I think.
Also, shoutouts to Amiibo 4.
That's my favorite Amiibo.
And legitimate shoutouts to our boy for that free heal after well.
Absolutely. Alright, so now Wingidge is starting the gym.
Herc is making his way down the well that Kurt somehow fell down.
Yeah, he tackled a guy into it. Look how far back the guy who was in there rolled away from him.
Very true. And we just saw a dives to fire on Wingidge's side.
Mm-hmm. As is tradition.
Friendly reminder, if you want to run one of the Scyther line in these, use Scyther.
Yeah, Scyther is typically much better just because it has a much higher speed stat, and the type of move it's most weak to is a lot less common in Generation 2. There are only 4 rock-type moves, and one of them is Sandstorm. Whereas
looks like we got another stream hiccup, guys.
Yeah. And then for fire moves, which Scizor is most weak to, there are significantly more. I think it's like 7 or 8, give or take.
I believe you're correct.
Not saving for Bugsy, a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off. He has a Weedle.
What kind of Rando?
Septress, are you sure that you randomized this wrong?
And a Fion.
Speaking of our good friend Fion, on Randomania 2 in about 25 minutes, we will be having another match start up between Fion and Snowbear. So I recommend anyone who's watching to open up a multi-Twitch link, that way you can watch both of the runs.
See what everybody likes to do routing-wise, because every one of the runners still in this tournament is very well versed at...
And that's yet another Kanto badge. I personally don't like to see a lot of Kanto badges early because they don't really hold any kind of progress. All they do is give you a badge boost for the damage of whatever type they represent.
Now, I wouldn't mind Cascade right now if we had Surf.
Yeah. Ooh, but they do get a double kick and a karate chop TM. I personally would have preferred...
move do you teach?
I personally would have preferred double kick over karate chop just because it has the higher total damage that it deals. And if you have, say, King's Rock, you have an extra chance to proc a flinch.
True, but then also we're looking at the crit chance, so it almost goes out. That's a
Yeah,
drill pack 9K. That 14
Yeah.
also had drill pack.
Amazing. Alright, so their rival, what was the starter that they gave it? I think it was a Metapod. So their rivals will still have that Metapod, I believe. So that should not give them any trouble. The Geodude might have given him a little bit of trouble if he didn't check what TMs he had.
Yeah. Also, that's a good point.
That is very possible, ERC. Oh, right. They gave their rival Charmander, not Metapod, because the bear was the middle slot, not the right slot.
Dear diary, Wing just got hit by Fury Attack 5 times.
Oh my! The Charmeleon decided to take a nap.
Oh, that's.
I don't believe Herc has checked his TMs yet either, so we'll see what he does when.
I think Karate Chop was the Bugsy TM.
Yeah, but they had double kick from the cave, and neither of them really checked it. So I think they'll see that like wingidge, Herc will see that Bugsy gives him a Karate Chop, and then go in to see what TMs he has.
Yeah. And I'm still picking up Headbutt at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely still picking up Headbutt, unless the Ilex Forest item turns out to be Strength.
Yeah.
Which we will find out in just a moment on Wingidge's side.
Heck, I still might be happy if it's Surf.
I personally would prefer Strength, just because much stronger move for the bear, and gives it better stab than Headbutt would.
Very true.
120 base power with no side effects. Ooh, that's the bicycle. Though I'm sure both our runners will be very happy to receive that. Lets them just move much more quickly through Ilex Forest.
Yeah, we take bike. And a polka dot though. Be
Again,
helpful.
to make those normal moves better. Herc's struggling a little bit against this Meowth. Gonna have to use a potion.
Well, I mean, unfortunately.
Just keeps dodging those moves.
Yep.
It has Synthesis. That's such a rude Meowth.
Synthedig Meow. Good God.
Looks like you got some strong hits in from the barrage though, so everything's fine now. And that's Cascade badge for Herc. You know, Wing is about to
full clear Ilex of items, pretty much.
Including the Sweet Scent TM. I personally don't usually get Sweet Scent in these ROMs just because by this point you're probably set with whatever main you're using. And
maybe he's picking it up for money.
Yeah. If you are going to take those items, they're just better. Or not many good places to use it.
Herc also opting to teach Karate Chop there, by the way.
Ooh, we've got Pass Ticket, it looks like. So they do have their full region access by having the Pass and the SS ticket. Unfortunately, that means they don't have the Squirt Bottle though. Not having the Squirt Bottle means they cannot clear the Sudowoodo tree at all. So if they want to go to Ekritik next, they have to take the train to Saffron and then take the boat from Vermilion to get to Olivine, and then go to Ekritik from Olivine. By far the worst version of region access unless you have Fly.
Oh yeah.
Wingidge also continuing to pick up all the items. Got a Berry and an Ice Heal, and that's HM7. Not an HM you'd want to have, just because if they get the Rising Badge and do not have access to West side of Kanto, that means something might be required on Professor Elm.
Also seeing Wing go into the gym instead of finishing the key item checks. Not a bad play, it's just not one I've seen before. I'm guessing he wants to do the box heal before he leaves.
Yeah, I typically like to go to Buena second after the bike shop just because she's a bit more on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I tend to
receives
check
his bike.
Oh, I tend to check underground right before I leave.
Whereas I personally like to go to underground right before Whitney. Herc gets his pretty little bow. That'll help out the stab for his normal move, which will be headbutt. Definitely going to take that.
Wing definitely needing to be careful against that gator because it did a lot of damage on that first hit. And then opting to switch to pursuit.
Herc once again forgoing using repels on his way out of the forest. Gonna take at least one encounter from that.
And seeing a swag cargo as Wing starts Whitney with the bee!
That's a black belt as well, so you can make his karate chops better as well.
So what do you opt to make better? Your headbutts or your karate chops?
I think I would lean towards the karate chops just so I have that little bit of extra damage. And there's my boy, Kingdra. A little bit late to main switch, unfortunately.
Dragon Breath. Good learn move.
Not something they want with their moveset.
Not at all.
That is the Rainbow Badge. Yet another Kanto Gym Badge, which means they still just do not have any of the HM access. And
Nope.
in addition to not having any HMs. Which just continues to narrow down where the Fog Badge and Surf can be. Herc checking his
the
luck.
lottery. He wins this. Nope.
Herc does not win the lottery, unfortunately.
Wing still hasn't checked Buena.
I certainly hope you would go there next. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I got nervous.
And that is the basement key. Not something you wanted to see.
Nope, that now confirms for us that passboat is required.
Mm-hmm.
Turk goes to do his box heal. Dang it, Gio. You keep beating me to these by like half a second.
Alright. So with that, Herc is going to go check that last key item and pick up his Waterfall HM.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go passboat.
Herc has not taught a headbutt yet. And that will cause the Arbok to live a barrage. Alright, so
I believe
with them taking this first dip into Kanto, they won't have any gyms open to them other than Janine and Sabrina. No one checked the Goldenrod Mart TMs.
Would our log for that be correct?
Yes, the log we have for TMs and Pokemon is correct. It's just the key items is not correct.
Fair.
Now, since neither of them checked it, if I remember right, one of the TMs in there is Swords Dance. So if neither of them end up picking up the TMs there, they might regret that. I'd like to continue unspoiled. Thank you, Zeptros.
Sure.
Yes, TM 31 is growth. TM 33 is Horn Attack. TM 41 is Synthesis, and TM 48 is Swords Dance.
Yep.
So they could have the Swords Dance Karate Chop Bear, but they will never know. I believe Wingidge might have just picked up TM29, which is Spite. And
he's probably going to be pretty spiteful about that.
He's opting to pick up the Route 12 item.
Can't fault him.
Yep.
He's probably going to set up for a Death Warp.
Yeah, I assume he's centered in Saffron.
Yeah, he
didn't even bother just to drop anything out of his box. And it's a good rod. He downgraded. Also, Herc definitely picked up Waterfall.
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking the log.
And he's about to get the Rainbow Badge once he beats this next poke.
Should not give him any issues.
Certainly not, especially with Flamethrower.
And Wing getting his quick death.
We love a budget teleport.
Marked it a half a second early, but Herc's getting it.
Yep. And Wingidge is on his way back to Johto, this time through the SS ticket, SS Aqua. Now, for this SS Aqua segment, since they are coming from Vermilion for the first time, they get both instances of the SS Aqua at the same time. So every trainer that can be on the SS Aqua is. There will be a couple more people that they have to dodge in order to complete the segment. Notably, in this room Wingidge is about to walk into, there's a burglar right there between the beds. If you take a step down before a step right, you will hit him in addition to the sailor that you have to fight.
Yep, and you can't unfortunately lose to the burglar like you can the sailor.
Yeah, but I think Wingidge only had the Brobat in his party. He deposited his bear while he was in Saffron. Hopefully he'll remember to grab it when he's on his way out of Olivine. A dance that increases attack.
Take that.
Definitely take that. He sold double kick, preferring karate chop.
Fair enough.
And teaching over flamethrower.
That's an interesting play.
Well, it's either that or Thunderbolt.
True enough.
And I think Thunderbolt's a bit more valued than Flamethrower for coverage. Mystery Egg coming from the cafe. Herc finally making his way into Kanto, and Wingidge is going to do some good rod fishing.
That's a choice.
It certainly is a choice. He tried it once, didn't work.
Changed his mind.
And there's Surf. Finally, an HM that they want.
And Herc going for the risky early Sabrina play.
Definitely a questionable decision with what level he is. Everything in this gym will be higher level, but he does have Swords Dance, so if he can set up, it'll pay off pretty well. Let's just hope that this Rhydon doesn't have any moves for the Earth Ring, which he also does not have at full health. Realizes that, resetting, probably going to use a Super Potion. And while fishing, Wingidge finds a Swinub. Definitely not something you want to use. I think at the level that they are right now, I would have preferred to just keep the bear since they have as much invested in it. A good rod Pokemon will not be particularly better. And the Rhydon is only using Amnesia, so that's definitely going to help Herc out quite a bit. And he does have some X items that he bought in either, I assume Goldenrod. That's probably when he decided to check those TMs. Ooh, very unfortunate. The Fury attacks from the Rhydon caught up. Yeah, Amnesia Spiderweb let Herc set up some Swords Dance pretty easily, but definitely going to want to use some X defense to start this time around, I think. Forgot to heal. Didn't save after he healed the previous time. Now, with the logic of the randomizer, the badge that Sabrina had, or Sabrina's gym, will not be required until you have acquired 7 other badges first. Yeah, Herc's probably just doing it for experience. Though if she happens to have, say, the Storm badge, he'll be getting that much more early than wingidge. Alright, so that I think is 3 X defense set up. Yeah, with the amount of X defense that Herc has used, the Rhydon has determined that Ember probably deals more damage overall. Which it looks like it does.
Still on the Sabrina fight, okay. Sorry, yep. I had to step away from.
Yeah, he had an unfortunate situation happen while he was setting up. The Rhydon Fury attacked him to death. This time he was playing a lot more safely.
Fair enough. And Wing opting to turn in his secret potion, it looks like. Can't really blame him for that before moving on. And
now at +6, he is only doing about a quarter of the Rhydon's damage, Rhydon's HP. That is... Not sure what else you would expect at level 21.
Sure.
Going into a 46.
I guess I would expect just a tiny bit more.
Yeah. The Rhydon is very physically bulky, so it's matching his attack fairly well.
The only thing that Herc really needs to be super worried about
would be the Ember Burn, which he just got.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I was gonna say the Ember Burn or a crit.
Yes. But he does make it through the Rhydon. Let's hope that the rest of Sabrina's team is not nearly as hard.
Sabrina has a progression badge. Oh.
Wingidge picks up the Silver Wing. Now that he's entered Ekritique. He sent Jasmine back to her gym, but has not decided to fight her just yet.
I mean, I can't blame him for wanting to pick up a bunch of the key item checks quickly.
Or just getting experience. Ooh! That Omastar was a bit difficult. Yeah. Not going to be able to take care of this gym just now. It's an unfortunate amount of time spent for something that he wasn't able to complete.
You do hate to see it. Fortunately.
Alright, so not picking up the Route 12 item, which we know is the Good Rod, which is a bit of time save for him. Doesn't have to lose money from a fight.
Yep.
Or reload a save.
Wing is making his way through the kimono.
Yes, getting that last easy key item that he can do before requiring any badges.
Which tells us that either Janine, Jasmine, or Morty are holding our fog badge today.
Correct. Herc opting to walk around the sailor to his to face in front of him. He'll make the sailor take less time to leave the room, which could be a little faster. That I'm not sure of.
I don't know either.
But having a male bear with swords dance over a female bear without swords dance is definitely going to let him make up a lot of time.
ERC, you're not wrong. We're talking just purely in terms of where the logic's at right now.
And that's the card key coming off of Kimono Girls. And that is 3 of the required go mode items on Wingidge's side.
Hmm.
And that's a free leftovers from just outside of the pond in Ekritique, so Wingidge will not have to go visit his favorite trash can this ROM.
I always forget to check that spot.
I just haven't been checking it. Don't know why exactly.
9 times out of 10, it's nothing good.
And Herc defeats the sailor, getting
Okay.
some money and that good experience on his bear.
Oh god, Geo, the bomb is back.
It's not a bomb in this ROM. And I never saw it explode. In a ROM that Zed and I played last night, we had a few Togepis we had to fight, and the Togepis knew how to blow up. Yeah, leftovers is nice for the heal, but the dialogue box does take a bit of time to clear.
Yeah,
so it's a safety thing more than a speed thing in this case.
I definitely like it late game, but early game, like,
Yeah, early and mid game, it's not the most useful. I would prefer, say, like a King's Rock. That's an egg for Herc, followed by a surf soon. Yes. He's not gonna get Jasmine out of her tower just now, I think. Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking, does he want to go up the lighthouse, or does he want to go straight to Ekritique? And he's going up the lighthouse, because he does have that secret potion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
spending the time to get her out there early is definitely worth it, I think. They'll both probably have to come back through here anyway, so that if they don't fight her just now, they can fight her later.
Sorry, I was on a really bad stream delay, so I'm refreshing on my end.
Yeah. So Garf, what do you think those rumors were? I didn't quite hear them because I don't have audio. Azumarill War Turtle Persian.
Okay.
Nothing they'll want to main switch to, unless this for Gen 4. Then they might want the Azumarill.
Sorry, RNG. Garf got him in there like a half a second before you.
Wingidge has finished the Burnt Tower segment, so he's moving on towards Morty's gym. Maybe we'll get a Vanilla Fog badge.
I want to lean more towards Jasmine, having just for the laugh.
That would be unfortunate. I would much rather it be on Morty. That way they can go to Mahogany very quickly, and then once they get the 2 key items in Mahogany, go back to Olivine. It's a lot less back and forth and much nicer to our runners.
Yeah, but think of the chat, Geo.
Vanilla Fog is also slightly more likely.
Vanilla Fog is also just a meme at this point.
Sure is.
Alright guys, so Herc has finished his lighthouse, it looks like. As Wing is making his way through Morty's gym. And Herc opting to do Jasmine first. I personally like this. Saves you the back and forth if you don't get a badge here. It is in fact 3 bears. Bear was a starter. Both of our runners ended up with... And Herc actually found a male bear in the grass. And we've got a 2. And Jasmine is in fact our fog holder today, boys and girls. Sorry. Also, love getting a rival cutscene after beating Jazz. So,
Herc got the fog badge from Jasmine, it looks like.
Yes, he did.
Very nice. That'll save him a bit of biking back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And Wing is about to finish up his Morty fight right.
Very good. Wonder what Morty will have.
Don't know. We know it's not fog.
And Bear wants to learn Mud Slap. Wingidge considered it.
I don't think I'd ever even consider it. Like, it's great for the,
He would have gotten the badge boost from the Earth badge.
Whoa. 12.5% on 20 power.
Yeah. I've got an upset cat who wants to get out of this room. Here you go, buddy.
That'll be the silver wing for Herc.
Followed closely by the card key, but not too closely.
Close-ish. Oh no.
This just in, on the Snowbear vs. Fine ROM, Snowbear found an Ursa ring.
That's a weird bike shop.
When you got to bike back and forth, it happens sometimes.
Very true. Well, I know Wing's gonna be happy here in a second. There was no...
Surprising no one, Snowbear is running the bear. Although it is not nearly as powerful as the bear on this ROM.
Galaxy Brain TSK. I missed that trainer name before. Shoutouts to the Seeker file.
He does have a Galaxy Brain.
He's got a Galaxy wallet. Jasmine's final poke is 2 spoons, by the way, Gio.
Huh. Was it physical?
Don't know. Herc one-shot it, I think. I was watching both.
Well, it's got Gust, so...
Let's go physical 2 spoons. That would be one fog badge.
That's a fog badge for Wingage. Now he can go back and,
I think he's gonna do his super repel shopping finally.
yeah. Very important shop to take care of this early. Selling a lot of not expensive items. I don't know why he's keeping his vitamins around.
I don't either. I have questions.
Like, PB up and calcium are not something you'd want to keep on your inventory, especially with look how little money he has.
Maybe he's just maybe he wants to use them for something.
If he sold the 2 items, he would have enough to buy like 20 super repels.
Didn't he end up buying 20 super repels?
Did he?
Yeah, because he had like 130k.
You mean 10.3k?
Or 10.3k.
Okay, never mind. I missed that. Yeah, the PB up could at least be useful, but the calcium on a bear, I highly disagree with that.
I also just. Okay, wait. What are you doing, friend? Gonna opt to surf across it.
Alright. Wingidge is going to be the first one to make it into Mahogany. Gonna go straight up to that shiny.
No idea, chat. Are you... Geo, have you been hearing that notification noise as well?
I have not. Septros might have some desktop audio that's playing.
So
and that's
blue.
a shiny Nidoking.
Somebody call him in for freak.
Taking on the color palette of his wife, Nidoqueen.
Let me check. I apologize for that, guys. We're trying to figure out what's...
Yeah, we'll see if Septros can figure out what it's doing and get that taken care of.
It sounds like a phone notification.
Interesting.
But I don't know whose side it's coming from because I was watching the Discord, and I'm not seeing
lost
any
that
light
coming
up
off
for
of
it.
the shiny.
Oh, chat can hear it.
Alright, so it sounds like it was a phone notification coming from Septros, so I'm sure he'll get that taken care of in a moment.
I will... They're saying it might also be a Discord notification, so I'll put my Discord into streamer mode just to mute all of my notifications. It might have been on my end, and if that's the case, I apologize to you, chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on streamer mode for myself as well. There we go. It wasn't on Septros. Interesting. It shouldn't have been mine because I haven't been getting any notifications at all.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's the funny thing.
Curious.
My two Discords that I have notifications turned on for have gotten nothing this whole time. So we apologize to you all, chat. We have no idea what happened.
None whatsoever.
Uh, 613 asking a good question. Could it be Wings audio that we're hearing?
That could be it. He might not have some things turned off.
Definitely. Now that we can catch back up on where we are, Wing is actually entering the rocket hideout.
Very good. And meanwhile, Herc is taking care of, I assume, Morty?
I think so. Looks like it.
Yeah, this looks like it's Morty. And entering the hideout, wingidge finds a dynamic punch Mewtwo.
Baby Frieza into full-fledged Frieza.
Let's go, Frieza.
Imagine landing 2 deep punches in a row.
Mm-hmm. 3?
What
that one's a crit. Oh my goodness.
He's in danger.
Sure is. Oh my goodness.
4 D punches in a row. Okay, D punch is not that accurate.
It is when your opponent uses it. Is that all of them now? Is that all the D punches?
I think that's all of them.
My goodness.
Wing, do you not have revives, buddy?
And the Nidoking is the one that takes down the Mewtwo, of all things.
Let's go, Nidoking.
Now, was this the first rocket or the second one? I really hope it was the second one.
I think this is the scientist, actually.
Oh, it's the scientist. That's even better. Because that means he's going to get a free heal immediately after that fight. Unfortunately, he lost some experience for his bear. Because it'll make him a little bit behind on the stat curve.
Mm-hmm. But it's only one poke's worth of X. That is Herc's lost item.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's got to be somebody's desktop notifications going off because I just heard it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to wingidge in the race room. Hopefully he's got it open. No, I'll just go into his actual chat. That'll probably get across more easily.
We're getting it worked on, guys. Apologies.
Oh, he's got emote only mode on. Shoot. I don't think I'm a mod for him, so I wouldn't be able to tell him.
I'm not a mod for him either. You want to just ping him on Discord?
Yeah, he'll just get another notification.
Oh yeah, never mind. That's a Lugia on Wing's side.
Very bulky, guaranteed to be a 2-shot.
Oh yeah. And Silent, unfortunately I don't think Herc is broadcasting his audio right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'd be able to switch it over.
It could just be a simple matter of what they're using. Like, I think Herc actually runs on console versus emulator.
Yeah, it's some kind of setting with what they're using to run the game.
No, Wing, you didn't talk to him twice! Wing, you didn't talk to him twice! No. Wing! Oh, thank God.
He realized, thank goodness. That's just even more room for Herc to catch up.
Yep. Doing that early Jasmine saved him a lot of time.
Yeah, it definitely made back the time that he lost when he was trying to do early Sabrina.
Mm-hmm. I think it made up a little bit of his time from Elder, too. Just because of the amount of movement.
Yeah, Herc's movement is definitely better than Wing's. He's a lot more practiced at the game after doing hundreds of bingos, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Nano Mewtwo at it again. Very true. But this Mewtwo actually didn't eat its carrots.
Oh, no, never mind. It was actually 50%. But Ursaring hits through the confusion.
Wow, Herc had a much better science fight.
Not confused anymore when the seal comes out too. That's just a free fight. Wingidge is on that first executive in the hideout, who in the remix of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, his name is Petrol. He's the master of disguise. First he disguises himself as Giovanni, and then he disguises himself as the radio tower director.
My god. But what was his name here? I missed.
Amiibo Grastoise.
Let's go, Grastoise.
Hail
also,
Giovanni.
Hail Giovanni.
Alright, now we need to start in the second executive, the female. Her name is Ariana in the remix.
But in this ROM, she is
Ice Chicken.
something. Amiibo Ice Chicken, okay.
So many legendaries in this Rocket segment, it's amazing. And Lugia has Cross Chop, that's a little spooky.
And a Zapdos. Jeez. How is Rocket gonna lose to a 10-year-old when they have all these legends?
Also, we definitely did not forget to mark that Herc picked up the card key from the Kimono Girls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they need 3 more key items specifically in order to finish going through the game. So I think what they would be wanting most at this time would be either Machine Part or Strength. Machine Part would give them access to the Snorlax if they didn't feel happy enough with the bear. I know Wingidge and I are both very big fans of trying to do that. Whereas Strength would just give them a very strong stab, an additional 15 power over Headbutt, in exchange for no more flinch chance.
And we are at the seizure procedure portion of the evening.
As Wingedge headbutts a baby, or flamethrowers a baby.
If Machine Part isn't here, if none of our Go Mode items are here, I'm willing to bet Lost Item is our next key to progression via Copycat.
Well, it's either that or the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
I personally would rather it not be pharmacy required. At least now without Fly and Storm Badge.
Yeah.
I think the best case for them would probably be either Cut and Hive Badge in Mahogany, or Plain Badge and Strength in Mahogany.
Super Rock.
Oh boy. Not what they want, I'm sure. Well, Wingedge might try it, just because his bear isn't quite as good.
True.
And he hits a trap. It's Wigglytuff. These trap Pokemon you cannot run from, so you do have to fight them.
I think he just forgot he was buffering an input.
Switching the Nidoking out front, oh no. Wingedge, what are you doing? Wingedge, what are you doing?
I think I have an idea.
Why is he fighting the gym with the Nidoking?
Because his last center was an Olivine.
So?
I can't fault him for wanting to do the backward.
The movement from Mahogany to Olivine is not that bad.
No, it's just slow. Opting to teach the Nidoking Surf. Now that's a play I'm... No, he's definitely not main switching.
The only time I would ever consider main switching to a shiny is if it had Swords Dance.
And it
which
was
it can, but Wingidge doesn't know about that.
Caterpie, more like cat or die. Got him!
Huh. Why is he bone clubbing a Bulbasaur when he can Aurora Beam it? Wingidge.
Why is the Bulbasaur also bone clubbing?
Because it's super effective and it has good AI.
It's the Bone Zone! Is Kumo here?
Man, Price is a cakewalk this time around, it seems.
Looks like it. See what badge Cake Man gives us.
I hope it's one of the 3 that they would want to see.
Rising.
It's not. Alright. So he is still just gonna bike back, it seems.
I guess he was hoping Price
Maybe wanted to
more...
save on healing items? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's either that or...
E4 is in logic. At least it will be once they have 8 badges. Because to go through the way that they have access right now would require... it would require them to get an additional 2 badges. The badge checks for you to have 8 badges, not any specific badges.
Yeah, and Garth pointing out that Wing unfortunately just didn't take enough damage on that Nidoking for the backwards work to pay off.
Mm-hmm. Ursaring fainted.
Rip Ursaring.
And his Super Repel is no longer useful.
And that's a sweet corn.
And Herc's about to get that Super Rod.
Oh, Wing unfortunately hitting that option.
Unfortunate
that
movement.
A little tight. Come on back out, Nidoking. So it looks like Wing is going to be opting for Pharmacy first.
Alright, Wingidge is taking the play, the slightly risky play that the item that they need could be on Cianwood.
And it does tend to pay off sometimes.
Yeah, well, the pharmacy on Cianwood is more likely than some other places to have one of the Go Mode items. In a lot of cases, I've noticed it has Strength or Fly.
Garth, he wants a machine part, for sure. Or he wants one of those 2 HMs.
Yeah. Machine part or one of the HMs that we don't have access to. And it's the item finder. Lovely.
So he's gonna do a quick reset.
Glad he saved first.
Yeah,
that saves him the movement coming back. And it's a Razzie badge
he
for
thought
Herc.
about it for a second. Because he started walking out before he did the reset.
And gonna do some super out fishing in the port of Olivine. 4 slots that you won't find many other places.
Fair enough, Garth. So yeah, our next progression item is behind Lost.
To roar for it.
There's a joke I could make, but I'm not going to. Let's take that item finder off of Link's tracker there. He did not keep it.
Alright, Wingidge has arrived back in Kanto. Gonna have to do some Kanto gems at this point. He has 6 badges, needs at least 1 more in order to access the rocket segment. I think he might do Surge, since he's the easiest to access.
He's also a monster, though. And
first he's gonna do some fishing.
Super rotting.
Yeah, he's clearly not very happy with the bear, and a Porygon 2 could be very good. Zap Cannon Porygon 2.
I mean, I'm catching.
And he's gonna catch the P2.
Can't fault him. Definitely fault him. He's gonna try to make. He's gonna make this P2 work for him.
Looks like it.
Say goodbye to the Mage Bear chat.
Alright. So Herc is making his way back from Cyanwood. He did not do the save scumming, and he picked up that item finder.
Losing that time is going to be unfortunate.
It lets Wings stay slightly ahead. And it looks like he's checking that lost item. A good check to make it this time.
Oh yeah. And that...
Each M6. Nothing useful.
So what do we have left key item wise? The only key item
there
we have left
are no key items that Wingidge can currently check right now, so he has to do a gym.
Well, no, he could do. Oh no, he could do Blind Rock, but that's not in logic.
Yeah, he can do Blind Rock Tunnel to force the vanilla machine part item to be available, but it is not the best.
We're back to Sabrina.
And Herc arrives back in Kanto. See which gym he decides to do. Looks like he's thinking about Surge.
I don't blame
Was not
him.
a fan of Jasmine that first, or not Jasmine, Sabrina that first time.
You almost start putting P2 to.
And Wingidge learning about the high jump kick Omastar, but unfortunately, or fortunately rather, he was able to hit a zap cannon on it.
But seeing an angry bull is never a good thing. Sabrina gives us high.
Well, that definitely would have helped Herc earlier, but unfortunately doesn't give him any new checks.
Nope. So that tells us a progression item that is in logic at least has to be locked behind radio tower.
Radio tower or the ice path.
Mm-hmm. And Herc losing a little bit of time because of the powder snow freeze off the Millennium Golem, and he gets it again!
That's gotta be so frustrating for Herc to be dealing with.
Oh, if I'm Herc, I'm raging right now.
Wingidge gets to start the rocket segment, and he gets to do all of it right here and now, because he has the card key. Having the card key early means he can just do the entire tower immediately, and if he needs to go to the basement later, he can do it without the extra 9 fights.
Yep. Which, do you think about doing it right now anyways? Just to see if there's a required key item in there?
I would consider it, but it's always my last
Oh
resort.
My god, Herc got frozen again.
He got frozen a 3rd time?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Powder snow is only 10% to freeze.
I think all the freezing moves are 10%.
I don't know why, but I thought Ice or Blizzard, one of the two was higher.
Blizzard might be higher.
Oh.
No, yeah, they're all 10%.
Confirming they're all 10.
And now he's getting Kinesis. That's awful.
Surge is just proving once again that he is the worst.
Alright. This should be the last Pokemon on Surge.
I believe you're right.
Very good. Let's see what badge he gives us. And that's the Storm badge. Ooh. That could be a big advantage for Herc if Fly ends up being in the rocket segment. Although with how the logic is, I don't think that'd be super likely.
No, most likely either Strength or Cut is here. And it's probably Cut.
I'd lean towards it being Cut and Machine Part both in the radio tower. Because that would put the Machine Part quest entirely in logic. At least Cut will be there.
Very true.
He PP upped Surf.
Alright, that's a choice.
Basement is in logic as well, and E4 will be in logic once they have 8 badges.
That's Whirlpool for her.
Again, they do still need their first 8 badges before they're even allowed to try the Elite Four, if they're going through the vanilla path.
And it looks like Herc is about to take his revenge on Sabrina.
Yeah, I don't think Flash will be here, because unless, like, Janine has Zephyr, that was the only way that Flash would be more likely.
Still a possibility. Janine has been holding a lot of required badges lately.
I think Cut Fly would be the ideal scenario. Cut Fly or Cut Machine Part.
Mm-hmm. Or anything Machine Part at this point.
And now Herc's Bear is taking revenge on Sabrina. significantly higher level this time, so he can just sweep through that whole team.
Oh yeah. And that'll get him his hive badge. So to get through the angry bull. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my. That's a scary bull.
That is a very... I warned you it was angry. Did Herc save, guys? God, I hope so.
You have to assume that he did. Herc's a pretty smart player.
Okay. I know he's I know he's a smart player, it's just like I figured maybe he thought he had the levels.
That'd be right, Setros. Yeah, the logic for E4 is puts it in there because they have the badge and HM requirements to access it. They just need to make sure that they do all the gyms that they need to do in order to access it, if they need to go that way. Which is possible. Elm could have a required item.
That happens a lot.
More often than we'd like. I rolled like 5 separate seeds yesterday when I was setting up a run, just because when I'm doing these casually, I like to make sure that Elm doesn't have something required and that basement isn't vanilla.
And then you found out you have a horrible aversion to Zap Cannon.
Yes.
And then immediately got a King Ram right after.
Yep.
God.
I love a good King Ram.
Clear Bell on the False Director. Let's go having 4 useless row 3 items. Yes, he did, thank you.
Alright, so with that high badge under his belt, Herc's going to make his way back to Johto to deal with the rocket segment. He's got 8 badges, so he would also be able to take care of the 4 right now.
Yep. Weird clustering of badges, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We have both seconds, both fourths, both fifths, and both eighths, at least on her side. Oh, a weird little there. Relying on Zap Cannon, I don't know how I feel about that.
Alright, just 2 fights left for wingidge in the rocket tower. 6 Pokemon total, 3 on each trainer.
Very true, yours. As Herc is now beginning his climb up the tower.
Now I missed what the item that they received from False Director was. Was it the Clear Bell?
It was in fact the Clear Bell.
Okay. Alright, let's hope that cut is right here on the completion of Radio.
It's gotta be cut. Like, logically speaking.
I think that's what it has to be. It's either that or they have to go to the Elite Four or Ice Path. Because Ice Path still is in logic.
Mm-hmm.
And our item is...
Fly!
Fly!
Great, well, Herc's about to pick up a lot of time.
Yeah, Herc will save a lot of time with that. That'll let him go check the Ice Path item a lot more quickly than Wingage can. Since that is the only other item in logic, other than technically Elms, it's most likely to be cut, I think.
I mean, if I'm Wingage at this point, I'm checking.
Yeah. Wingage is going to have to bike over there since he didn't fight Surge. Which will be a bit of time for Herc to make up.
Mm-hmm.
But if Elm is required, and early E4 is required, I'm sure a lot of us will be very upset.
I don't think our runners will be happy in this light.
Especially Wingage, since he doesn't have the Storm Badge just yet.
Yeah. Looks like he might be going X-item shopping? Nope.
No, he's picking up some escape rope, or he's picking up a few escape ropes. And some revives. I think he's anticipating required lead 4.
Well, based on the key item checks he has left, knowing what he knows, yeah, I don't doubt it.
There's some X items as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get you some X-Axe, buddy.
What does he need the X-Axe for? He's got Headbutt and Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Karate Chop.
I'm talking about Wingage there, GS.
Yeah.
He's using the P2.
Oh, right, I forgot about the P2. Oh my goodness. Mind Goblins. Alright, so, yeah, with the...
But yeah, Zap Cannon.
Yeah. Yeah. Using an X accuracy in Generation 1 and 2 allows you to skip the accuracy check entirely. So if you take any accuracy reduction, or if you're, Ooh, Winged is actually going to try the basement. Interesting.
I was waiting for you to finish what you were saying so I could get the hype out.
Yeah, being able to skip the accuracy check and skip whatever your opponent's evasion is as well is just very nice.
Oh, without a doubt.
Alright, Winged is going to take on Rival 4.
Always.
Let's see how this goes for him. Meanwhile, Herc starting the right side of the radio tower.
He has his clear belt.
Does.
GS, I just found something I have to share with you later.
Sounds good. At this time, wingidge is a little bit further ahead progress-wise, but because Herc has the Storm Badge, since he is about to receive Fly, he'll be able to go check some other key items more quickly.
Now, unless the key item is here in basement and Herc decides to put it off, Herc is definitely going to make up a lot of that ground very quickly.
Yeah, if there's a required key item in the basement, then that'll be a good time save for wingidge. But if there isn't, it'll be just a huge gain for Herc. Wingidge is known to make a lot of questionable or not ideal plays in the hopes that they pay off, and they sometimes do. Let's see if it works out this time. He has gone through the 2 fights he needs to.
So now it's just some quick movement.
And you can also check the TM down here too, which could be very good.
Very potentially. That's Flash.
HM5. And TM20. Now, I checked the spoiler log, so I know that TM20 is teleport. Wingidge will be happy to have that until he gets the Storm Badge.
At which point he will then curse himself for not doing search.
Yes. But it will save him some of the time that he'll be losing from not having Fly access.
But I don't know where his last center was, so...
I think it's a...
What? Oh, I guess he's gonna go do some badge checks.
Yeah. HM2 is what Hercules' bench press is about to receive from the Team Rocket leader at the top of Radio Tower.
Yep. After beating him, talking to True Director, he's like, "Here, have this Fly HM." I mean, if I'm wingidge, I guess I just go get Surge to double check what my HM is.
Setting Saffron as your teleport point is definitely a good idea in this case. It's a very centralized location for the section of Kanto they have access to.
Not like it's gonna matter, though.
And Herc receives Fly.
Since we know what this badge he's about to get is. Garf, that just sounds weird.
Are you sure that got randomized, Garf? Because that doesn't sound right.
I mean, Vanilla Zap Cannon has happened a few times, but Vanilla Machine Part Zap Cannon, Red Gyarados, and Red Scale, the odds of that are so astronomically low, you should go play the lottery. I
think that Herc's time save he'll have from Fly will be significant, but only if the Ice Path item is required.
Which is what Herc is now
what he's going for, and that is absolutely what I would be doing in this case as well. It's the best check he can do.
It's also one of the fastest, especially with Fly. So that's probably going to be our cut axe.
Unfortunately, he won't be able to go all the way through here, so we'll have to use an escape rope to get out.
Okay. I got nervous for Herc there for a second. And it's Strength!
Well...
I mean, we need that.
He does need that, but he doesn't have the plane badge yet, and I don't think he's realized yet. There we go, he realized.
And that's a Storm Badge for Wing.
Yep.
So... Elm... Either Elm has cut, or it's behind one of our...
Since Flash is available, I think Janine has to have the Zephyr badge. I think Janine has the Zephyr badge, and Snub Cut is locked behind Machine Part. Janine could also have Plane badge. That's very true.
Well, we're gonna find out here in a second.
Yep, because Herc's going straight for her.
I like this play. And I'm pretty sure Wing will make the same one immediately after getting his Strength HM.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's our only gym left. So Janine has to have... You hate doing early
It's the only gym they have left aside from opening up Misty's gym.
Yeah.
Which just isn't in logic right now, so Janine is the correct play to take. And Wingage gets Strength.
They're about even, I'd say, Vice. Herc is very, very slightly ahead. But they're pretty...
Yeah, he made back up some significant time from not doing the basement, because I don't believe he really needs Flash to get through any dungeons.
No, I mean, we all have the resources for that stuff. And it looks like Wing is opting to do Blind Tunnel.
Interesting. If that pays off, it'll pay off really well for him, because getting cut would be great, and he would get to save Janine for later.
Yeah. And we always like sequence breaks, but... This lead has swung very hard in one direction.
I do like that they're routing differently from each other. It'll makes it less clear who has the advantage at this time.
Very true.
Though I want to say that Herc is slightly ahead.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Looks like Wing made an unfortunate early turn there.
Mm-hmm. But he made it.
He did. That room is rough. You have nothing to rely on.
Mineral badge.
Having mineral.
Which means that I think Elm actually has cut. Unless it's on... No, yeah, Elm I think has to have cut.
Unless it would have to be. Because the sequence break can't hold a go mode item because it's not in logic.
Herc's thinking about what he can do.
Going back to Saladon. I think realizing what happened.
Taking a heal on Saffron and weighing his options while he does that. Meanwhile, Wingage has started the machine part quest. It is not done.
No, but
he doesn't have that machine part yet.
But he
it
will
looks
be able
like
to...
Herc is going to make the same play, the Blind Rock Tunnel sequence break, in the hopes of not doing Elite Four early.
I mean, at this point, I don't blame either of our runners for doing that. You're going to get a bunch of XP off the trainers before Misty. Yep. You're going to get one more badge check out of the way. And if machine part ends up paying off into something, who knows?
One thing that they could do is if machine part is like in Misty's gym or something, like in vanilla, then they would be able to clear the Snorlax and do Kanto backwards for the west side.
They could. Doing backwards Kanto is a pain in the neck.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it is doable.
Blind Rock's showing it to give both of our runners a little bit of issue today.
Doesn't seem like Herc is quite as familiar with the Blind Rock Tunnel as some of us are. It has been a month since he's had to do one of these races for the tournament. I'm not sure how many he's done on his own.
You got through it, though. You got through it.
Yeah, you got through it. You got through it very well.
It looks like the first and the third room gave him the most trouble.
Yeah. Blind Tunnel is definitely not easy for the unpracticed.
I mean, it's not easy, period, to be honest. Garth posing an interesting question. Would we teach the P2 strength? Probably.
I would, because, one, even though P2's base attack is not nearly as good as his special, it is tap, yes, and it also makes Blissey less of a wall for him if he runs into one.
Very true.
And it's definitely better than Growth, I think.
Yeah, but he went out of his way to teach Growth.
Yeah. Yeah, 80's not terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible.
I mean, it's better than Mage Bear's special.
Sure is. It's better than Nidoqueen's offenses.
We don't talk about Nidoqueen's offenses.
Actually, well, because it's stab, it's better. Her Nidoqueen's attack is slightly higher than Porygon 2's.
Garth opting to pick up the item right away, and turns out it's a squirt bottle.
Which means E4 is required. Yeah, he's just not even bothering with Misty's Gym right now. He's realized where he has to go.
I still like Wing's play here of getting the extra level.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make the E4 just a little bit safer.
Yeah, the P2 definitely needs the stat experience at least. Bear can get away with not doing that because he does have Swords Dance, so he can set up on anything very easily.
Yeah,
and he's
like, had it this whole time, pretty much.
He's on par with or better than, like, over half of the E4.
Yeah.
Did he teach Waterfall yet? No, he hadn't.
Yeah, Garth, I'm gonna be staring at Herc's screen for this, so...
Yeah, there's a few trainers that can sneak up on you if you're not used to them, and you also need to move as soon as you leave this room.
Yep.
In order to dodge the Bulbasaur family girl.
Oh yeah, she's got 3 pokes, huh?
And Herc runs into an optional.
Yeah, I know after... Yeah, I know after that first guy, you either want to surf above him or below him.
Surfing below him is a little bit better.
Yeah. Then you can just skip the second guy.
Ooh, getting burned. That's unfortunate.
You do hate to see that, especially as a physical attacker.
Here, there's a lot of ambush trainers on this route. It's really frustrating if you're not used to it. Though that first one is always the worst. And he can get that free heal in the house here.
Yep. Before going
a very welcome rest, especially if you've been burned.
Oh yeah. That rotator's just a pain.
More of a pain in vanilla since he's a spinner.
Sure.
Or she.
And she's I think this class is required.
She's our friend Keyzron's eager and willing. If you remember that from his recent Crystal GDQ run.
I do.
Alright. Required trainer down. Badge check done.
To E4.
Let's do it. It's a pretty straightforward movement in the cave here. It's a lot more stripped down than the Victory Road in Red and Blue. No strength puzzles, just a few pits if you want to pick up some extra items.
And Herc on Rival 5. As Wing goes to just defeat Misty.
I wonder what Misty's badge will be. If she has plain badge, that could be a big help for him.
Mm-hmm. Especially if Elm ends up not having a required item.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cut could be behind plain badge. And the machine part could be behind, like, Chuck's wife.
Yep. Though I don't think that Cut will be plain badge. Yeah, doing Misty now is out of logic. Since they don't have access, he doesn't have access to Flash, and Flash is on either a West Kanto or late Johto gym. If he does get plain badge from here, that'll be a good time save from the...
It's plain badge. Wow. Well, I mean, if I'm him, before I go do E4 at this, I'm doing as many checks as I can.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to go to Cianwood from here. Definitely don't want to
I'd honestly go to
E4 right now.
Goldenrod and check that plain badge check just to make sure.
Yeah, plain badge could be machine part. Or scroll bottle could be machine part, rather.
Yeah.
Not teaching strength to the P2. Interesting choice.
Did Herc take a wipe there and reset?
I
missed it. Chat, can somebody help me out with that?
I think he reset. That's...
Oh yeah, it looks like he did.
That's unfortunate.
That's very rough.
Or he took a wipe, he didn't necessarily reset.
Okay.
Because the guy didn't talk to him again.
That's still rough.
He must have wiped on Will, or no. He must have wiped on Rival 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it has to be Rival 5 that he wiped on. That's really unfortunate.
What didn't we see?
We were also focused on wingidge, and his big rain beat Misty early to get the plain badge.
Yeah, no kidding.
I imagine Herc will definitely be saving before he fights Rival 5 this time.
Uh-huh.
It's not a fight that we typically save for when we're going to fight him because we're always such higher level than him.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Gio, I'll let you watch wingidge, you mark his badge. I'm watching Herc.
Well, wingidge is on his way towards getting the badge. He's not quite there yet.
Yeah, I think he's got like 2 fights.
Which badge did you miss, Misk?
Misty had the plane, by the way, Misk, if that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so... we all missed Herc dying.
Magmar with the stab Ember.
Let's go stab Ember. I know Herc got through the Magmar before. That wasn't an issue.
Oh, you missed Herc dying. Yeah, we all missed Herc dying somehow.
Don't see anything too crazy yet.
Maybe it's the Poliwrath? You might not have set up many Swords Dances this time? Or last time?
Yeah, I think last time it was only +4. Or it could have been the Scar... No, I don't...
Skarmory's not very strong.
Yeah, I don't see it being the Skarmory. Huh.
What could it have been?
Don't know. I honestly don't know.
He's outspeeding everything. I'm really confused.
Maybe it's the last poke.
The Charizard? Could be.
Yeah, that might have done it.
Crit Aeroblast, yeah, that must have been it.
He might have been lower health last. Alright, well, regardless, Herc's through it now.
Yep, and wingidge is just finishing up Chuck.
Ah. So that's gonna get him his Thunder Badge!
That improves Zap Cannon.
Yeah, let's go, Zap Cannon.
And since they're still not in go mode, that also means Wingage is going to check Chuck's wife's item, which could be machine part.
Blue card.
It's blue card.
I'm still checking that goldenrod item. If it's me. Knowing I'm not in go mode.
I would have gone there first, because it could have been very useful. Yeah, and Herc's going to have to save for these E4 fights just because he's not as strong as he would be. That is machine part. Which means once Wingage finishes the Elite Four, he'll be in go mode. Whereas Herc still needs to fight Misty to get access to go mode.
Now, Wingage is unfortunately going to have to do Blind Rock a second time.
Unfortunately.
Blue card does nothing, Squirrel. It's for the Buena contest points.
Yeah, in vanilla, every evening, you can listen to a certain channel of the radio to listen for a password that Buena will give out. And you go to her in the radio tower before midnight, tell her what the password is, and you receive a point. When you receive enough points, you can get special items like rare candies and vitamins and such. It's a fun little minigame.
Yeah, it's cool and all for when you've like beaten. You have nothing left to do. So Wing will be turning in his machine part. Now, Cut could also be behind Fan Club.
No.
Could it not? Oh no, because it would still be out of logic.
Yeah. Elm has to have Cut at this point.
I mean, I'd still check it not being in go mode.
Yeah.
But definitely go get that expansion card. Don't ever forget.
Mm-hmm. Wing could do backwards Kanto if he so chooses.
That's
put off doing Erica until the end.
It's definitely an option.
If this weren't a race, I would probably do it that way, just to showcase all the different things that could show up.
Yes and no, Draco, because at this point, since we're basically sure Elm has Cut, Herc brute forcing his way through the E4 right now is definitely going to give him the lead back. But at the moment, in terms of progression, I would say yes, with slight advantage.
Yeah, Herc has, like, done the bye-bye a go-go, so he can go into do all of the rocket segment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or not rocket segment, Nugget Bridge stuff, and unlock Misty's gym. So he's not as behind as he might otherwise be.
Yeah.
He just didn't hard commit to the sequence break. Also, plus 6ing a Slugma, you love to see it.
Well, you love to.
I sure do love to see it.
It's a level 50 grass toys.
It's a bulky boy.
Yep.
I would just run from it, though.
Yeah, I do not blame Wing for just noping out of that.
Wing, you don't have Cut, buddy. Wing, you don't have Cut.
Let him figure it out. Maybe he was hoping he could unlock the fly point, but
he realized the hard way that he does not have Cut, and that he's been sequence breaking this whole time. He's gonna go to Claire.
Okay, we take that. I mean, at this point, the only badge that would really benefit us would be Zephyr, but I don't think she's gonna
Herc's
have that.
been getting leech seeded by this lantern.
Oh, it's not that. He already took one reset to Will.
No, he's on Koga right now, I think.
Oh, I know. Like, the E4 is not going to be easy in a stretch.
I think he was trying to conserve his strength PP, so he wouldn't have to use an elixir or ether he may or may not have.
I think he still has the elixir.
I hope so. Alright. Wing making his way through the ice puzzle. Gonna go over to Claire soon.
As Herc is on Bruno.
Fully set up, he's probably going to be karate chopping some things he might not otherwise, just to save that strength PP that he desperately needs to worry about.
Wing is now in black.
You definitely don't want to ever be struggling against Lance or Karen. It's not fun.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
It definitely didn't just happen last night.
What? No, never. Who would do that?
Yeah, to anyone in chat who didn't know, last night, Zed and myself and wingidge did a race, and it was my race to win, but I didn't manage my PP particularly well, so I ran out of PP on Lance's second to last Pokemon, and that was due to it having both Detect and Protect. So it just trolled the heck out of me. Made me drain all my PP, and after that, I was just struggling against it. And then it ran out of PP itself, because it took over 30 turns for me to get through it. So it was also struggling. And because of that, Wing and I tied.
It was the legendary double struggle. And that's a Dio on Karen.
A jump kick Dio.
Thankfully, Herc was set up.
Yeah. Yeah, if that were her lead, that'd be very spooky.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We are 2 hours in and still no go mode.
Well, we know where Cut is, so
yeah.
So wingidge would probably be in gun mode if he is thinking about doing vanilla E4.
Yeah.
Because he knows exactly where he has to go. He's just putting it off.
I mean, I can't fault him for it either, because E4 is a big time sink, and with a P2, you're really looking at a rough time if you don't have some extra levels.
What are you doing, Cat?
Alright, I'll get in on.
Good boy. Stay on your chair. No, stay on your chair.
Tentacruel being Darude.
What a rude Tentacruel. Sorry, Misk, but we will not be having cat cam. We won't be having any kind of cams in this broadcast.
Not in this economy.
Our Randomizer setup does not allow for it.
Boy, getting low on health on Herc's side. And the sandstorm.
Oh no!
Vice, exclamation point E is a command. I think the bot just took E out of cat. Went with
yeah, that's probably it.
Because the C is for
C, and then the app cam was extra.
And Wing is starting his Claire fight. Garf with the really. Oh my god. Okay, we've now found a way to break the bot. I love it.
I love it.
Quick, find more ways to break it, folks. Also, since we haven't done it lately, shoutouts to Randomania for allowing us their channel to host these races and show them off to all you wonderful people. If you haven't already, please give a follow to our runners, Wingidge and herculesbenchpress. They are two amazing human beings.
And while you're at it, give it a follow to our restreamer and our commentary crew, Septros, Zeta, and myself.
Yes, we would all greatly appreciate that. Did we see what badge Claire gave us?
I missed it.
I did.
I was focusing on all the chat breaking stuff. I'll just go check Wingidge's stream.
Of course.
He's got the Marsh badge, so that's probably it.
Yeah.
And he is now biting the bullet, needing to go do E4, whereas Herc just picked up cut.
So let's not go mode for Herc, actually, because he doesn't have his machine part.
Yep. He needs to do Misty.
Mm-hmm.
And he realizes that she's the next place to go in logic. Forgot for a second that he already picked up the item inside there. So he just got 8 fights before he's able to be in go mode.
Well, not necessarily. We don't know what he's going to check.
Well, he's got 7 fights here on Route 25, and then 1 in Missy's gym. He'll receive the playing badge and presumably go to check that key item.
True.
Wingidge hits the rotator. That's going to lose some time. She's got 3 pokes, all level 32, if I remember right. It's normally just the whole Bulbasaur family.
I mean, you got to give her credit for the commitment, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just hanging out outside of the TM37 house. Alright, so let's see if Wingidge manages to dodge. Oh, yeah, he's not even taking a chance. With the ambush trainer.
Oh, almost forgot about the second one.
Almost forgot about the second ambush. Good dodge for the fisherman.
Don't forget to get your free heal.
Always happy to have it. And he's not going to be taking any optionals on... Oh, I spoke too soon.
Too soon.
She's got 2 Pokemon. It's normally a Blastoise and a Pikachu.
Which are 34, 36, and 38 respectively, I think?
Something like that. But P2 should make fairly easy work of them.
I would think so.
Especially with a crit.
Crits always help. Unless you've done a bunch of setup, and they don't help at all.
Now he's got 1 fight left before the Elite Four and Rival 5.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Herc is already on the 6th trainer of the Nugget Path.
Let's go. I mean, he is fairly high over-leveled compared to when Wing did it.
Oh, he's going for the backwards Kanto.
Alright.
Interesting play with Wing. Gonna have to...
No, I think he was just getting the Viridian Fly.
He did, yeah. That's what he did.
That's gonna save him time.
Very clever. He won't have to do Diglett Cave at all.
Nope. Whereas Herc will still have to, it looks like.
Though it's not too bad of a bike. You just
it's
put up a rappel and just go through. It's less than 100 steps, I think.
But the big problem you run into is the time lost from trying to dodge that rotator.
Well, he'll have to dodge the Wing will have to dodge the rotator as well.
True.
His issue is he'll have to dodge the bug catchers going up.
Yeah.
Which is not a movement that we're used to.
Oh no. But I mean, once he has cut, he can just do the side path up and have to not dodge anything. We're making an odd choice here.
He hasn't picked up the super ride item, so it very well could be his last item that he doesn't have yet.
Which we know is the good route.
We know it's the good route, though. Yeah. So he's taking the checks that he can do.
That's fair.
Did he fight Misty yet?
No, he finished the training arc, but never fought her.
Got it. So he was hoping that that machine part wasn't locked behind Misty, but it turns out it is.
But the question is he going to figure out where it's locked behind Misty, or is he going to go do Chuck first like Wing did?
Yes. Once he finishes Misty, he'll realize he has to go back to Johto to pick up that item.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he'll just clear Johto while he's there since they're easier fights, but that's a decision he'll be making.
Oh yeah.
+4 going into folks that are at most, or at least 7 levels below him, should not be an issue for this overpowered bear.
God no. Also, a friendly reminder to chat, hydrate, please.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
And check posture, because we all want to live a longer, if we can. And that's the plain badge on her side.
Oh, he's checking Rival 4 and the basement before checking...
Ooh.
Huh.
I guess he figures, it is a tournament and it's happened a lot, so...
Yeah, but it's a much faster check to go to the flower shop first. And he came in from the top side, so he had to be up there anyway,
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Herc's just banking on tournament luck being real.
Fair enough. Well, he will get Flash at least, so... Yeah, I suppose it's possible he might have just forgotten about the plain badge check. Tomo Luck Despair.
Wing is through Will.
Only 4 fights left in the lead 4, then he can finish the rest of the gyms.
I know that'll... And he's only got Kanto left.
Yes.
Exactly, Vice.
No.
No. I got the plain badge.
Oh right, I forgot what Chuck gave him, but it was the Thunder badge.
Yeah. Right, you hit him with a thunderbolt. I love Lieutenant Surge's voice actor in the original.
I love that they used the anime's voice actors in Pokemon Puzzle League.
Yeah.
Every time Surge gets like a good play on you, he says, "Oh, poor baby."
So good. As bad as Puzzle League ended up being overall.
Puzzle League is great. What are you talking about?
I didn't enjoy it that much. Maybe back when I was a kid, at least.
Alright, Herc receives HM5 and possibly teleport. Yep, he gets teleport too. Neither of them.
Not going to help him at this.
Teleport won't help at this point, but HM5 certainly will. And now he has to go get that flower shop item.
There's his machine part, and that's a 2-hour and 16-minute go mode.
He is the first one to hit go mode, but he does have a couple more gyms left to do, and they are 2 of the longest ones.
3 of the longest if you count Erica.
Oh yes, but they both have to do Erica still.
Yeah.
I love that Garf.
That's beautiful, Garf.
And you're probably right, Miss. Puzzle League is very fun with friends.
Okay, that might be the case, because I only ever played it alone. Because what are friends?
Well that's sad.
And I'm starting to see oofs in the chat.
Alright, just 2 more fights in the Elite Four for wingidge. And he'll be able to get his cut HM and finally be in go mode. Should only take a couple minutes.
That is a beautiful oof emote, by the way.
Lucid Faith.
Yes. That is just a beautiful oof. So cute. Huh. Drill Peck Blissey. If it weren't a Blissey, I'd be afraid.
Yep. If he had a physical move, he would have one-shot and we would have never known.
Instead of having to set up to +3.
Yeah. At least it's a free setup because he does have growth.
I also do like what wingidge did earlier while he was selling a bunch of his TMs. Mm-hmm. He has a Zap Cannon TM. So if he really wants to meme, he can just teach a random move over Zap Cannon and then relearn Zap Cannon.
Yep, that would save some PP. It's the reason Ed wasn't struggling sooner against Lance last night.
Mm-hmm. I just wish there were a way to teach over your HM move without having to go to the move. Like if you wanted to just refresh them.
Yeah, I wish that was the case as well. But Herc's gonna pick up that Thunder Badge.
The Thunder Badge!
And probably gonna move on to
if I'm
Herc,
I'm going straight to getting it out of the way.
Does not need to talk to Chuck's wife, so he won't be picking up the coin case or blue card, whatever it was.
Blue card. Not that it matters.
Not that it matters, it's row 3.
I agree, Vice. That would be something awesome in 7.
I don't think that's going to be in V7 Vice, but that would be super awesome.
Can we pitch that to the bomb?
Well, I think version 7 is already pretty set in stone for what he's going to be putting in.
For like 8.
Maybe.
Or even a 7.5.
Yeah, a past 7, yeah. We were saying in ERC if it would be nice to have the ability to teach over HMs in version 7 of Speed Choice. Obviously wouldn't be needed, but it would be very convenient.
We like convenient speed. Oh, we're having a little bit of issue with the bike and the rock puzzle. I get that. That happens a lot.
Every once in a while.
It would, in fact, make Waterfall a much more useful.
Yeah, there wouldn't be anything for any punishment for teaching Waterfall right before you pick up Surf.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tough if you don't get early Surf. Yeah, we'll have to reach out to him about that. Well, more than one of us will have to reach out to him about that. That's also wingidge's go mode.
You love to see it.
Do love to see it. Only about a 5-minute difference between go modes.
Yep.
Okay, this is an option. Not immediately noping up to Brock. I guess he wants to just go get Blue and have him that out.
Maybe. I guess the movement is a little worse to get to.
True. And I guess if you can leave Brock till right before Blue, you can just...
He's got Blaine, Janine, Brock, Blue, and Erica left to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Herc still needs to do Erica and West Side of Kanto after he finishes Claire. He's already done Janine. I think she had the mineral badge. A work on V7 is still in progress. Good to know. I'll suggest it to him in a little bit later.
Yeah, don't want to do it right now. Alright, so Blaine didn't have anything really risky except that Dio, but it went down pretty...
Yeah. And that's the Glacier badge acquired.
He couldn't have the more opposite badge if he tried.
No, I could have had Cascade. Although, yeah. Glacier badge is very fitting for where he's standing.
Right. Yeah, Vice. Gio, did you notice that?
I did not. Alright, so Wing's about to get his mineral badge. Herc's about to get his marsh badge. Wingage will just be one fight up.
Pretty much, because every other gym they have to do other than Erica's 1 or 2 fights at the most.
Well, I guess it's going to be 2 fights up because he has Janine as well.
No, Draco, they both did E4. E4 was required.
Yeah, it turned out Professor Elm had cut.
He was being a greedy jerk.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're good, man. You're free to ask questions. Like, we're happy to answer them.
Alright, that's a marsh badge.
I got it.
And that's a mineral badge.
Oh, beat me to the mineral. It is pretty much down to execution, because these guys are all but even right now.
Execution and fight luck.
Yep. Because they both have some pretty solid mains.
I personally like the Bear's moveset a lot better.
Oh, if I could put that Bear's moveset on the P2, though?
Nah.
Or, sorry, if I could put Mage Bear's moveset on...
Oh, yes. The Mage Bear, yes.
Red is, in fact, the great equalizer, Draco. You're not wrong.
Herc opting to not go through Rock Tunnel.
I don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
Especially not having Zephyr. Having to do it blind more than once is just oof. Yeah, Draco, don't remind us about last night. In terms of progression, Wing is ahead.
Yeah, he has 2 badges up on Herc.
No, he's 1 up.
1 up, sorry.
Yeah.
But he's working through Erica's gym right now, so he's 2 fights up. Yeah, he does have less movement because he's already been to the west side.
Correct.
Herc will still have to take the Diglett's cave.
Yeah, I think getting that Viridian fly point was a really
clever play. Alright, so now Herc will have access to the west side of Kanto. Just needs to get the expansion card from the radio tower and wake up Snorlax. Now, he will... It looks like he will be running out of repels before he hits Silver Cave. And since he has Waterfall and Surf on his HM friends, he'll either need to take out an extra Pokemon to teach Flash to it, or just go through Blind. I'm not sure how familiar he is with Blind.
I don't know.
Blind Silver Cave. So that'll be a decision for him to make as well.
Like Wing is going through Erica, seeing a Herc, by the way.
And it's a very angry Herc.
It is in fact a very angry Herc.
Imagine the amount of energy it would take for a Snorlax to jump that high.
Well, considering it took it 20 years to stand up, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Herc should definitely not have nearly as much trouble with that Snorlax, considering he's a Swords Dance high jump kick bear.
Yeah.
Snorlax's regular defense is much worse than its special defense.
And that's going to be our Zephyr badge from Erica.
Mm-hmm. Which means Blaine has, or not Blaine, Brock has either the vanilla Boulder badge or the Volcano badge. I don't think we've seen any vanilla badges in this ROM so far, so that would be fun to see one at the very end.
I kind of want Blue to have Boulder just so we can say that the last gym leader came back.
Yeah. But we will see.
Yes, we will. And Wing opting to do Blue before Brock. Interesting play.
Yeah, the movement will be a little nicer to him, and it's 1 less fly.
True.
He's routed this very interestingly, but it has been working out for him fairly well.
Mm-hmm. I can't argue with it. And Blue looks pretty free so far.
I'm hovering over the bowler badge, just ready for it to be vanilla.
See, I'm over Volcano. Ah, it was vanilla.
Yakuza, the salty kerfuffle.
Ooh, and getting the unfortunate...
He's trying to save his last repel, but...
Well, he has some regular repels still in his inventory.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had like 4 when he went through Diggler Cave, yeah.
Yeah, he's making them go the distance.
Volcano for wing.
Herc on his way towards Volcano.
I like Herc's play here of just going around the back, saving a little bit of grass encounter.
Yeah, conserving the repel usage.
I also like Wing's play here of just deciding to nope around all the people.
Yep.
It's a little slower, but it's a lot slower, especially if you don't know the movement back up.
Wing about to go get his final badge.
At which point he will go to... Honestly, there's no point in going to Oak. You might as well just fly back to Viridian and go across, because you already had to do E4.
Well, he has to talk to Oak.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's not like you have to get the fly point.
He needs to open it up.
Nah, just brute force your way through the guard.
Yeah, just zap cannon the,
Zap cannon the guard.
Just zap cannon the guard.
Or, you know, call Lance and have him casually hyper beam and murder somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Herc is on his way to get his ice badge.
Mm-hmm. Ice badge held by the fire leader.
Kappa. So yeah, it is.
Ice badge in Seafoam Islands.
Also, Draco, Blaine's name in this ROM is Raycow, and he's got a Raycow.
He sure does.
Buddy Vice pointed that out to us a little while ago.
Bear wants to learn Sludge Bomb. Goodbye, Thunderbolt.
Bear is angry. And that's 16 for Wing.
Yep. Just one fight left.
So this is looking to be about a 242, give or take?
Probably a 240, give or maybe a little less.
I'm adding an extra minute or two to how Red likes to be.
Yeah, red is usually not more than 5 minutes.
Don't talk to me about Red being more than 5 minutes after what happened last night. I could have almost PB'd that run.
Almost. Yeah, Herc made a few random decisions that didn't pay off as well as Wingidge's.
Yeah, Wing got really fortunate with the secret break leading him to every part he was missing for Go mode except Cut. Which is weird, because the logic shouldn't have allowed for that, but it did.
I mean, the logic allowed for it because it would have just been done later.
Sure enough. We knew going into this race it was going to be a coin toss who was going to win.
Yeah, Wing didn't save much time by doing that. It just... because he checked just about every item location, as we can see, he was able to know exactly where the machine part was by the time he got to it.
Pretty much.
Also, if we have a moderator in chat, it looks like
Got another spam bot.
we got a bot in the chat.
Looks like he is struggling a little bit through blind silver. Oh, and he gets it.
Yep.
It's always nice to see. The swag is always cool, but sometimes take the second, use flash. What's it gonna? It's not gonna hurt anything.
I mentioned earlier, because they had to teach waterfall to their HM friends, they needed to have the move slot used.
Yeah. Well, I think
wingidge had 3 pokes in his party though, so he could have top flash if he wanted to.
He did. So, and red leads a slowpoke. All right, let's go free setup.
You say that, but that's a sword stance slowpoke.
Ooh. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, I would reset at this point and start and lead with X defense.
Yeah. That's okay. That's one reset. That's not bad.
All right, what else does Red's team have?
Oh, are you looking? I closed the
I'm
wall.
gonna look.
Yeah, ERC, that is a very interesting slowpoke.
Okay. That's an interesting team.
Setting up the growth should guarantee that.
Also, if anyone missed it, Red's name is Detective Shrek.
Nice. Why does everything have Vital Throw?
Well, you see.
Don't even, GS.
I wasn't going to. Red just really likes throwing things. Look, he's got him a choke.
Good God.
T-Wave. You don't like that. But I wonder if Machoke even has it. Machoke has Seismic. That's a little spooky because of how high level he is.
Yeah, but I think Wing is now +4 on the growths.
Give or take.
Plus he set up an X-Act.
Oh, that Psyduck is super dead.
Goodbye, Psyduck. Did Herc do Erica and we missed it? I think so, because he's doing blue now.
I'm not sure. Did Herc fight Erica? If he did fight Erica, then if Red's last Pokemon, which is a Typhlosion, had anything particularly scary, then he could just get through there, but that is a finish for Wingidge. Finishing at 238.14.
And chat confirming that Herc did in fact do Erica, we just because we were watching the fight.
Yep. GG to Wingidge. We'll see if we can pull him in for an interview.
We did it,
well,
chat.
Somebody will have.
We did it. We won.
Well, you can hop in. Or no, he doesn't have commentator.
Nope.
I can't pull him in.
Neither can.
Septros, are you able to pull him into the commentary? Very good. Congratulations, Wingidge, on your win.
Thank you.
GG's, buddy.
With that, you get to move on to round 2, where you will be fighting Vicentathus.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Wingidge, on your win. What are your thoughts leading the ROM?
Thank you.
With that, you get to move on to
ROMs?
round 2. Well, this was Septros ROM. We'll be fighting
Septros ROMs too.
There you go.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit of an audio echo, so maybe you're. All right.
Oh, were you using my audio?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I was under the assumption you weren't using my audio, so okay.
Yeah, you were the only one who was ready early, so they just grabbed your audio.
Oh, fair. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, cut on Elm. We realized that once Rising Badge and Waterfall were acquired, and Cut was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, no, I realized that as soon as I went up to the cut brush, I'm like, hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Logically, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we saw you go in there and like, you don't have Cut yet, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was my big mistake at the ROM.
The sequence break was definitely your biggest issue. It helped you overall because it led you to the plain badge and machine part, but not having Cut and also not realizing you didn't have Cut for a second.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, it I was trying to collect my thoughts there because I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, it's not in logic yet. Like they haven't switched over the. We didn't switch over where that's in logic. Where Snorlax. That's why I did Snorlax, by the way, and I just like.
Yeah, I loved that you did that. The just start of backwards Kanto so you can skip the Diglett's Cave.
Yeah, and then muscle memory is like, oh, now we do Diglett's Cave and get cut from old man. Hold on a second. No, I was happy with that race overall. I was really happy with the P2.
Yeah, it was a great find for you, especially because you didn't have a male bear like Herc did.
Yeah,
Bear was everywhere. Bear was on 31 and Sprout, and Herc's starter bear was a female, but he found a male bear on 31 that he switched to, and Swords Dance was in the Goldenrod Mart, so.
I saw that afterwards. I actually went back to it, and I'm like, okay, seeing this, knowing Herc, odds are he'll try to buff up a bear, or if he got a male bear, like I figured that would happen. As soon as I saw Sword Dance, I'm like, we need to transition. I cannot beat the race. And the bear learned Sludge Bomb as its last level up move, so. Yeah, no, I'm like, this bear is solid. It has a decent moveset, and as soon as I saw Sword Dance, I'm like, I know I have growth. I need to find a special poke.
Yep.
I got Super Rod, and I'm like, okay, one encounter in each water. It's like, give me something. Any special poke it does.
Oh, Herc's gone a little too far to the right.
There you go. So, I'm going to level with you. The lead kept switching hands quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I understand. Herc and I...
until the really sequence break, it was a lot of switching hands on the lead. You ended up being like a badge or two ahead by the end.
Yeah.
But this was a very, very fun ROM to watch. The logic was a little all over the place, but we like that.
Yeah, I allowed you both to take completely different routes through the region, which you always enjoy to see. But Herc is starting red now.
Okay.
It was not gonna be the ROM, but something happened and it turned out to be a former ROM I had generated instead, which I had ruled out because it was too awful, but somehow that ended up being the ROM I gave to Wingidge and Herc, and this was the result of that.
Don't worry, that's what this tournament's theme is. Give Wing awful ROMs. This is like the third ROM in a row I've had on near 100%. I'm like, oh my god.
So, you know what? Watching her do this fight again, how did you feel about everything having Vital Throw at the end there, Wing?
See, I was prepared for that. As long as the Cubone wasn't like some insane ground type. X accuracy, Zap Cannon. That's why I bought 11 X accuracies. Yeah. I'm like, this is my clutch. It's like 50% or whatever percent chance to like fully paralyze gives me a chance to set up.
No, it was just funny, because when I saw the Slowpoke, I was like, oh, free setup, and then it's Sword Stance Vital Throw.
I'm like, it's just a Slowpoke, Vital Throw. Fatality.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah. Yes, Zap Cannon is 100% paralysis if it hits, 50% chance to hit.
But if an opponent uses it, if an opponent uses it, though, it is 100%. It does have a chance to miss the paralysis from the Gen 2 miss.
Yeah. Also, that's time for Herc as well.
Yep, 2:44:19. We can stop the clock.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Herc.
How you doing, Herc? GG.
Hey, good job. I knew you were gonna win. Banking on it.
Thanks. Quite
a lot there.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth throughout it.
Yeah. Yeah. There was two major mistakes that I made. That cost me a lot of time. I was just trying to be cheeky and,
I did my own mistakes. Have you ever tried cutting a bush when you don't have cut yet?
Have you ever tried fighting Sabrina with a level 20?
Yeah. Bold move.
It was very bold. We were all excited to see that.
That's a bold strategy.
I was really hopeful that it would work out because, you were able to take down the first poke, but then the Omastar came out and used Feint Attack, and you died.
She had all bulky pokes except for I think she had Alakazam as the back, which even then that would have gone down pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But if it wasn't as bulky of the first two, that would have been a really good play. In
Absolutely,
my opinion, even though it didn't
especially
give me
because she
much.
had Hive Badge.
Yeah, but I didn't find that until after the rocket section anyway, so it wasn't a huge impact because I still didn't have the secret whatever. The machine part.
Yeah, machine part being on being locked behind its own quest because Misty had the plane badge, and then Cut being on Elm that was just awful. Nobody liked that.
I wasted a lot of time just going for the basement item when I should have checked squirt bottle. To be
I was wondering about that.
It paid off for a whole 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was the TM was teleport, and it's like, oh, neat. And then the next item I get is fly. I'm like, oh, less great, less neat.
Oh.
Or rather, the next thing you got was Storm Badge.
Storm Badge, yeah. Sorry, I had fly at that point, but it's like it's like, okay, well, I mean, I could set up teleport, and I can do some teleport strats if I need to do Janine or whatever I need to do, and it's like, actually, no, here's just the Storm Badge. You don't need to do that anymore.
I was doing everything that I could early because I found Swords Dance in the Mart, and Swords Dance Bear was just too strong. I literally did
a monster.
I did Jasmine first as soon as I got off the boat, and then I went to do Morty and all that.
Yeah.
Going for Jasmine before Wingidge helped you make back some of the time that you had lost for trying to do early Sabrina.
Yeah. Just because I had a little bit of backtracking, I lucked out by having a chance to get fly, getting Storm Badge. I could have been really punished having to backtrack to get strength from Ice Path. But I had a couple nice little sequence breaks that I'm very content with.
I literally, right before I got back on the boat to go to rocket section, my first thought was, well, secret potion item has screwed me a lot in the past couple times that I've done this. So I'm going to get ahead of this game, and I'm going to outplay it, and I'm going to go get that item and waste the time. It's going to be fly, and it was Item Finder, and I wanted to break my controller.
High five. We did the same thing.
Wingidge did the same thing, but he thought to make a save while he was still in Olivine. That way he was able to reset.
I save scummed it.
That was there you go. That's very smart.
There's a couple times that I'm like, okay, cool. Oh yeah, by the way, facing Price, you may have saw me use the shiny Needle King.
Yes, I was wondering about that.
Setup.
Death Warp would have taken me all the way to Olivine, so I had poison on my bear, and so I killed the Crobat, and I'm like, give me, okay, it's like, here's a Needle King, kill him, or do something, and what ends up happening is, he's got a Totodile, a Cyndaquil, and he's got babies. 3
babies.
And I'm like,
joke of a fight.
It was a joke of a fight. I'm like, I guess I just win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, that was my first thought when I saw you doing it. I'm like, oh, it's got to be a Death Warp.
It was a Death Warp back to Olivine because, based on the logic, I didn't have strength yet. I didn't have a bunch of things. It's like, okay, I have to go back no matter what. I've done everything in Ecritique, so I need to go back to Olivine, and I think Olivine was Surf. I need to go to Olivine, I need to go back to the boat and start doing some quests.
There was a lot of nothing.
There was a lot of nothing and a lot of back and forth.
That was really annoying, the most part. It's like, alright, cool, I still need the squirt bottle. Mystery Egg, awesome. Item Finder, great. Oh yeah, here's both rods. Outstanding.
Speaking of the rod, so it sounds like you stuck with the Ursa Ring, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had the female Ursa Ring, so
same.
Oh yeah, female. Okay.
Yeah, he found a male one in 31.
Oh, nice.
Like I said earlier, Bear was freaking everywhere. My goodness.
Yeah. I would have liked to use the bear. The bear was great, but I didn't see a male bear. I'm like, okay, if Herc gets the male bear, so 50% chance he already has a better bear than me. And then later on, I go back to Goldenrod after Radio Tower. I'm like, okay, you know what? While I'm here, while I get my X items, what is the TMs? I saw Swords Dance. I'm like, oh god, if he's stuck with the bear, it's a male bear with Swords Dance. So I did Super Rod strats. Late Super Rod strats.
Smart.
And I got a P2 with Zap Cannon.
Ooh, it's not bad.
Zap Cannon, really Surf, Dragon Breath TM, and really we had the Growth TM from Faulkner.
Yep, that's really good. That's a really good play. The other thing that I thought about doing is because I was already in, because I already had the bike. I was thinking about biking over to the bike route and seeing about a higher level Pokemon there, and then doing Sabrina. But I was already at the point of like Bear already has Swords Dance, and I found Swords Dance after. Like I made the bad mistake of checking TMs after I bought X items. So I bought I bought like 8 X attacks, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go sell these immediately.
I think I still have my X attacks. I bought like 2. It's like, you know what? I only need 2 to maybe get an early gym with the bear, and it's like, nope, forget that.
Who needs X attacks?
Yeah. We don't need X attacks.
Who needs X specials?
None of that is needed. So with Zap Cannon, I'm like, stock up on X accuracy. That is my crutch of this ROM. Slowpoke with Swords Dance, Vital Throw on red. I'm like, oh god.
Dude, there were so many things with Vital Throw.
It was crazy.
So upset.
It was Vital Throw the fight.
Vital Throw the ROM.
It's because he had the Machoke. Machoke was teaching them.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyways, good race, man. Sorry to make you wait a month.
No, not your fault. I just legitimately, I just completely forgot about this tournament through all that time.
Yeah.
And then I kept like, you DM'd me, and I'm like, oh right, I still have to do this.
Yeah. With that, Wingidge will be moving on to round 2 of Losers, where he'll be facing Vicendithus. I believe you mentioned you were interested in doing that later today, if possible.
If I can get a restreamer and convince Vicendithus, I think we're both interested in doing it today.
Very cool. That would be exciting. And that is the end of the road for you, Herc. Sorry, it was only 2 matches for you.
Herc is sad and excited at the same time.
Listen, if I continued on, it would have been a big time investment, and at the moment, I really need to practice.
Yeah, no, I get that, buddy.
Yeah,
I get.
Best of luck in GDQ.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, seriously, good luck.
It's going to be a horrible tire fire. That run is insanely difficult.
Yep, I'll watch it I'll watch the whole thing.
I will be there for that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Sure. I appreciate it.
Meanwhile, Fine versus Snow Bear has been going on. It looks like we went. Are we on yet?
Go.
I think we're still on. Fine is in the lead. He has 3 Batas and Go Mode up on Snow Bear.
Oh wow.
He's also Super Rod, or he found the roaming Tauros that had high jump kick and E-speed.
That's disgusting.
Whereas Snow Bear is using a female Poliwrath.
Unfortunate.
What the heck is this? Right.
Any closing comments, gentlemen?
Race.
Good race. Let's have another one when you're not busy.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many more matches we will have scheduled for today, but like I said, we have Fine versus Snow Bear in progress. We might have Wingidge versus Vicendithus later today if it's doable. And then on Monday at, I believe, 1 p.m., I'll be racing against Tomcat. Me and Tomcat Tomato will be racing at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday.
Yep.
I think that's all of the scheduled matches we have at the moment. After that, I think we were only waiting on Septros and Horse's match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll decide who's up against Bakura.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're still scheduling there.
Yes, but we are moving fairly quickly through this bracket. A lot quicker than I expected.
Oh yeah. Other than the occasional race taking a little longer than normal to schedule, we're tearing through this bracket pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna jump off.
I'm also going to be hopping off here in a second. Want to thank Randomania again for letting us be on their, letting us host this event on their channel. Shoutouts to both of our runners, wingidge and Hercules Bench Press, my fellow co-commentator Geospone, and to our restreamer Septros. I hope everybody had a good time. Thank you very much, friend. I hope everybody had a good time today. We will see you all soon.